Hello and welcome back to my 100 subscribers. And today's video is going to be again on quants. I'm going to go over the fundamental analysis of the project, what I think about the recent developments, and then I'm going to also look into some technical analysis on quant and check out the charts and how they are looking. But just a quick preface is that if you did not see my last video on quant, which should be posted 10/23, you should watch that. It is on the whale accumulation, looking at the data on Etherscan of the top wallets and seeing if they're accumulating or not. It's really interesting, and it leads into kind of what I'm talking about today, and it supports the technical analysis I will look at today a lot, actually, which is interesting and insightful. So I was happy about that video and that analysis I did. But getting back to today's video, back to quants. If you are a subscriber and for some reason did watch my previous quant video, which I hope somebody out there did, but maybe only like 10 people. But last time I talked about quant was back when it was 40, and I said in the little picture, the little thumbnail, I was like quant's on 100. So today I think we're gonna have to say quant to 1,000. No, I don't actually like to do that because who knows when that will happen. But yeah, so back then, quant kept going up to now 291 as I'm recording this today, and the developments keep coming, and quant keeps performing as expected. So everything's going good with quant right now. But as you can see, we are recently hit a top of about 400. And now we've slightly dipped and gone into a consolidation phase in my opinion. If some quant holders, I follow people on Twitter and stuff, that's overall maybe the alt market in general is kind of, there's not much excitement there right now, to say the least. And there's some people on Twitter talking about quants, maybe not talking about it in the best way and stuff right now. But I think that's good because that's exactly what happened when quant was $40. You just have to have a little patience. Right now, we just went up big. You just have to have a little patience, and I think we're going to go up again soon because the quant team keeps delivering. Back when we were at $40 and they were quiet, now they're talking a little more and they have a little more action going on. So let's actually get into the details now. So first of all, if you haven't followed quant, they did release a roadmap a while ago. I don't know when that was, March, April, about how they're going to release the Overledger network and the Overledger in steps. They have this little schedule, and it's close to the end. So I think some people were also maybe complaining or whining because they said in that release schedule that releases would come bi-weekly, but they said it in some weird terminology. But whatever, they're having these updates, the releases of the Overledger and the Overledger network, about every 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, which is fine. They're coming out. That's all that matters, is they're coming out, because either way, it'll still take a little time for, quants and the Overledger network, CBDCs, and everything to fully be adopted and use quant network technology anyways. So it's better if they get that right the first time and not rush anything that comes out. So this was their most recent tweet, I believe. One was this October 18th. And I think coming up next, I think maybe I'm wrong, but there might be one in between, but coming up next is the big release of the Overledger Network 2.1.1, I believe, which will have gateways and allow normal investors, the public investors, to set up gateways, and then that will give people passive income in quant tokens, because setting up those gateways will facilitate transactions and take that small fee. And we'll still have to see how much that will be. How much will a gateway be? Stuff like that. Nobody knows, I don't think. But I think that's coming soon. It could be in a week, it could be in a month, it could be in 2 months. But I think that's very close based on their roadmap and their releases, because that's the next step in the releases. I don't know when it will come, but I know that's the next step for the Overledger network, because they just released the Overledger network 2.1.0, I believe, before this tweet that I'm showing now. They're just saying they keep delivering on their releases, and that's great. I'm fine holding, even if the price is consolidating right now. You see, yeah, the next one is the 2.1, which people are talking about here. So moving on from that project, there's also a bunch of good news coming out for quants, and one rumor I'd say, I don't know, I don't want to say confirmed or anything, is the Visa news about Visa's payment system they're creating, which very suspicious. It seemed exactly like Quant. It seemed like exactly like using Quant gateways. If you read the Visa interoperability report, Quant solved interoperability. There's been hints in the past of Gilbert Verdian referring to Visa or MasterCard or stuff like that. So it's very suspicious. And if a monster payment system like Visa does in the future partner with Quant, that would be insane for the project, I think. That would just increase all the transactions going on the gateway. So I'm not saying this is confirmed or anything, but Gilbert Verdian has liked some tweets about Visa and has even tweeted about stuff about Visa in reference to the adoption of the ODAP, which is something I believe Quant either contributed to or created with the MIT, I guess, yeah. And yeah, using gateways. So Gilbert Verdian, the beast himself, keeps hinting on stuff like this. So not confirmed yet, but I don't see why Visa would not use Quant's technology instead of building something themselves, you know. So that's good, you know. In the future, if we find out Visa doesn't use Quant, we'll reevaluate. I'm sure a bunch of people or different governments and CBDCs and companies will be using Quant. So it's no deal breaker or anything, but if they do use it, that would be very good for Quant Network. Next, there's also great news with the Digital Pound Foundation. So Quant is working with the Digital Pound Foundation to create the Digital Pound. And this is confirmed by both Quant and the Digital Pound Foundation. So this alone, I don't see why this wouldn't, you know, pump Quant insanely. Like this is like probably one of the biggest projects in the crypto or blockchain space. Not even crypto, just the blockchain space. A digital currency, and using a company, Quant, Digital Pound is using a company, Quant, to help build that. So I don't know what these other projects in the top 100 coins are doing. I don't think they're even close to as significant as this. And yeah, this is also no confirmation of the Quant utility token in any sense being something related to the digital pounds. Not confirmed at least, but you can infer that if Quant is helping them, there is a chance, maybe a good chance, that they use the Overledger gateway, the ODAP, something in Quant which triggers the utility of the Quant token. And we know with the insane utility it has, if that gets realized, that can do great things for the price. Yeah, they have this video talking. So then moving on to some more news on Quant. Shout out to this guy, Quant111. I see him tweeted recently about these jobs. He literally tweeted this October 23rd. Oh, that's literally today. About jobs that Quant is posting. So this on LinkedIn, a little screenshot video. 1 day ago, 4 days ago, they posted how many? It's like 5 more jobs added. Now 11 posted on LinkedIn. So this is just a good sign. A crypto company hiring people, growing their business, growing their company, initiating new projects. This is always a good thing to see. And just another side note, you know, doing your good research on a project, something like this, getting as much info as you can, as much edge as you can on the market. This is just additional info to be more bullish on the project. And just I double checked this myself. The Quant LinkedIn, there's currently one that was posted 5 days ago that is still up. So I double checked this myself, but I fully trust that this guy, Quant111, probably these two. And yeah, I just double checked them, and right now there's actually only one posted. So 2 things could have happened. They could have taken him down. Maybe they're resisting the job or something, or who knows? Maybe maybe this has insane demand and they got some really good applicants already. They got a ton of applicants and they took them down. So either way, they're hiring for sure. At least one job confirmed by me, but 99% confirmed. But they have a bunch of applicants in all these jobs already. So overall, fundamental analysis, like pretty bullish on quant. Like I don't know how you can't be. So that's why I haven't sold any quant and we'll continue that. So now let's look at the technical analysis. So sorry about this. Gotta refresh. Maybe I'll cut this out, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that. So you just gotta bear with me for about 1 minute here. Now I'm gonna have to redraw too. So sorry. So now looking at this chart, I'm not at all a master in technical analysis, but I think it's interesting. And when I'm holding something as much as I am with quants, I think I like to look at the charts also. I think fundamental analysis and the project details is a little more important because I'm a holder. I'm not swing trading anything, but I also like to look at the charts to confirm my fundamental analysis and confirm that my investments still do good. This can just confirm it, even though I still have full trust in fundamental. So right now, clearly, this is just an amazing chart. Like we topped up here, we topped off. Oh, this wick all the way up here at 425. And then a somewhat significant dip. And now we're consolidating. Like this dip is expected after a massive run. And now we're just in this consolidation phase. And I drew the prior two, which nearly mimic what is happening right now. So this one maybe doesn't mimic because it's going to hit this sharp top. But this one right here mimics it pretty perfectly. So looking at this chart, you know, I like to look at charts sometimes because it can like put the emotion out, some people say. Just seeing what's happening. And yeah, it makes me a little more confident. Because sometimes you see that red day and you get a little scared or something. But this just makes me confident and makes me feel fine holding it. So now I'm just going to do a couple more little things to show that this dip, which is pretty similar, at minus 28%. And the current top, let's say here, to where we are now, 31%, around 30%. So even though this is a bigger difference in dollars, obviously, the price pumping up, this is the same dip that happened back here, basically. So totally normal, I think, and totally fine price action going on. Who knows how long this will range? We stayed in the $40 area for quite a while. You can see 40, got it. Oh, the 40s are all for a couple months. Quite a while. I don't think we'll be in there that long, but who knows? This could extend, I don't know how long, for another month. It could extend another month. And I'd be fine with that. Like I'd be a little scared if it dips down to the previous all-time in this wedge. I hope that doesn't happen, but if it maintains here, it's fine. That's great. And the other thing is where we're going to go next. So after this wedge, we got a 145% gain. I've seen this chart on Twitter, so I'm kind of just replicating it. After this wedge, we gain 112%. So what's going to happen here? After let see this a little. So after this wedge, I don't see why we wouldn't do another 100+ percentage points. And I'm so bad at this. It's not even. So after this wedge, another 100 let's say the conservative estimate, another 100%, just above 100%, will put us at 600. So I think that could easily happen. And I think this pump could easily be way more than this. This is a pretty conservative estimate. I see some people I trust on Twitter are saying, some people on Twitter are saying end of the year will be 2,000. That would be an insane run. But in relation to the Bitcoin surging and overall market very bullish right now, this would be about the peak. But if we're just looking at Quant and what Quant has done in the past, I'd say the 100% boost out of this wedge would be very conservative and good target hit. So hope this technical analysis for you is helpful. I'm pretty bad at it, but that's all we have on Quant. So I'll still be holding Quant. Let me know any questions you have on it in the comments, and look forward to my next videos. I'll be talking about some more passive income plays. I believe will be my next videos. So see you then.